It's time now for Countywide, a special presentation of Yavapai Broadcasting News. Join Paul David and Kyle Benedict as they talk with our community's leaders, newsmakers, and people in the know. You'll hear about the hot topics that affect all our lives in Yavapai County. And now here's today's Countywide.
Welcome to Countywide. I'm Paul David. It's always great to have you in studio today. We're going to talk about a new topic, human trafficking, with founder of Walking Free, Linda Bisuto. Welcome to studio.
Yeah, thank you.
Great to have you. Great to have you. You contacted me, I guess, a few weeks ago.
I did.
And you said you wanted to come in and raise awareness to human trafficking.
That's right.
And I thought, you know what, that's a good topic, because we have seen that in the past. And one of the things we're going to talk about today is that folks probably don't think this is maybe a very local issue. That's right. But it has been local. We've seen cases of this before where we had some massage parlors in the Verde Valley, Sedona, Prescott, Flagstaff shut down over the last few years. That would go into the category, I think, of human trafficking.
Yes, that's right.
And then there was a business in Flagstaff that was also closed for a short while, but then that case wound up being thrown out, but it also involved human trafficking. So it's not like it doesn't happen here, but it does, and we have heard about it in the past.
That's right.
So I want you to let's start off with what is human trafficking?
Well, human trafficking is, according to the Trafficking Victims Protection Act, defines the crime of human trafficking, the recruitment, the harboring, transportation, and obtaining a person for the purpose of commercial sex acts.
Okay. So this is a sex slavery thing. And when you called me, I was thinking, okay, human trafficking and human smuggling sounded to me like it would be about the same thing, where we've got a coyote who's got a group of people from Mexico, transports them across the border, and they come up through Arizona and then disperse throughout the country. That I thought was the same thing, but it's not. That's its own thing.
No, it is. It's sex slavery.
Okay.
I mean, let's face it, slavery has been abolished, and these women, children, young boys are kidnapped against their will and used for slavery, for sex slavery, and it's a crime against humanity. And
it's alive and well in the country?
Oh, it's alive and well in America, in the United States. There's 100,000 American youth that are kidnapped on a daily basis for this purpose.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's in this state, and it's in our cities. And I'm really proud to say, and I'm very excited that Arizona is really going after the laws to enforce and protect and prevent sex slavery.
And you kind of made it sound just before the show that the laws kind of made these, what we're calling victims now, used to be the suspects in the case, prostitution and some of this.
Yes.
Because I told you I'd watched a documentary on prostitution, and I always thought these girls kind of volunteered for the job, but the girls that I was watching that were in this documentary were actually saying how they were basically, you know, this, what they called a pimp, was very good to them for a couple of days, food and clothing and this and that, and then all of a sudden beatings started. And it's, this is your job now, this is what you do, you report to where I tell you to go, and then you bring me the money back.
Right.
And so these girls were being treated as victims of a crime.
Yes. Yeah, I think actually prostitution, the way we used to think of it, is really a myth. In the prostitution arena, there is, I would say, 98.5% are kidnapped, beaten, coerced, deceived, through promising a better life, and they're sex slaves. And we used to look at that as, oh, well, they're in the business to make money. It's the pimps, the traffickers, that make about $175,000 a year on one child, one woman, one young boy. And they are used over and over again, one night. It's a better business than drugs and armament, where they can sell that one time. They can take one young life and use them 10 times a night for sexual acts and make more money on one youth than they can on guns and drugs.
What got Linda involved in this?
I love people, and it's an outrage and an injustice against our youth, our families, our children, and we're just a group of concerned people that are raising public awareness against this injustice.
Did you hear something or see something that kind of said, hey, Linda, you got to do something about this?
My very good closest friend and I went to Thailand, Pattaya. We saw it firsthand.
Oh, okay.
And we were on a mission trip, and there were 4 rescued on our watch.
For what rescued?
4 youth, children and young adults, young girls and boys. And we saw firsthand what it did. There was a young girl that was as young as 7 years old that was rescued. It took 2 years to working with law enforcement. So we came back to the States and said, what's going on here? And so we researched and saw it. They're trafficked right through our cities. They're under the guise of massage parlors. There's different businesses that are fronts for this youth. They keep them moving and traffic through these cities, through the Verde Valley, which we're very aware that our Yavapai County Sheriff's Office led 6 stings last year, 2014, and which led to multiple arrests. And our Chad Schilling led that. And it's a growing movement against this issue.
Tell me a little bit about Walking Free. How'd that come about?
Walking Free, I was on a walk, and I just felt really impacted to bring this initiative forth to bring awareness and fundraise for people who are actually boots on the ground, that are very well educated and effective in the rescue and the restoration of women and children into the lives of these people.
Back to your Thailand comment, your trip to Thailand. How long were you there for?
We were there for 10 days.
10 days, okay. And you said on one of your watches?
Well, we were there for 10 days. Okay. So in that 10 days, we went among...
you weren't there as a tourist?
No, we were there.
That's what I'm getting
on a mission.
Okay.
We were there for that purpose. And we're here for this purpose here in our city, in our communities. And I really want to dispel... there's a lot of people that feel that, well, you know, we're from an affluent community. That just happens elsewhere in other country, foreign lands, in poor communities. These Romeo boyfriends go into our high schools, into our middle schools, and befriend the youth, the children, and you know,
they're recruiting.
And they're recruiting. They're befriending them. They gain their trust. They buy them gifts. They tell them how wonderful they are. I'll make a wonderful life for you. Isolate them away from their friends, then their family, and before you know it, they come under that abuse, and they're against their will, and they're used for sex acts.
Linda Busatil in studio today, the founder of Walking Free. WalkingFreeSedona.com is a website. Info@WalkingFreeSedona.com, or you can give Linda a call for more information at 203-4900. This is Countywide. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
Right, mi cariño. So like I said, everything I learned about cooking, I learned from Grandma's empanadas. Shall we go again?
Yep.
Mix beef with the onions with the peppers with the paprika with the garlic with the oregano with the cumin. Got it?
Got it.
Throw on the olives, stir, season, stir again, pour out the flour, roll out the dough, make a circle, drop in a fistful of filling, fold over, press down, and ta-da!
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes.
But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
Why is my son having trouble in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with my son over his homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No. He's smart, but his mind wanders.
7 wonders of the world.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
Welcome back to Countywide. We're talking human trafficking today with Walking Free's Linda Busutil.
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 It's not easy.
It's not. WalkingFreeSedona.com is a great website for more information, or you can go to info@WalkingFreeSedona.com, and the phone number is 203-4900. Real quick, before we start talking to Linda some more, they do have a rally coming up on Friday, April 10th. It's going to be a public meeting from 7 to 9 p.m. You're going to have some speakers and resources available there. Real quick, who's the speaker going to be?
Well, the main keynote speaker is Susan Stacy, and she's the founder of Fountain of Hope in Phoenix.
Okay.
She's boots on the ground for this. She is really providing a safe place for the girls and women, young boys that are the girls and women in that house that are rescued, and they really bring the restoration to their lives.
Okay, and then you also have a Walking Free 4-mile walk and fundraiser. That's coming up on Saturday, April 11th. It's a $25 donation. The money going, of course, we'll talk more about the donation, where that goes. First 50 people that register receive free T-shirt and water, and that's going to be at 8:30 a.m. for the Walking Free, the 4-mile walk and fundraiser on Saturday, April 11th. Let's go back to your organization a little bit.
Okay.
We talked a little bit about it. Now, this is grassroots effort right now locally, correct?
Yes, that's it. This is the second annual walk.
Okay.
And we are really gaining momentum. The awareness, people's interest, they want to come and join, they want to walk, they want to be a voice and take a stand against this crime.
How does the organization going to be helping victims of human trafficking?
What we do is, Walking Free is part of Solid Rock Church and International Ministries of Sedona. And we've been there a long time, close to 27 years. And Solid Rock is 14, 15 years as Solid Rock. We are going to distribute these funds, which we have in the past, to organizations that are boots on the ground, that they have the infrastructure and the capability, the education, and to help these people that are rescued. And a lot of...
Do you have a for example for us?
Yes, like International Justice Mission. I mean, they're going after the laws, to implement the laws, to treat these rescued people not as suspects, but as victims that they are. So we're sending our money there.
What do you suppose brought that change around to go from suspects to victims?
There's just more awareness about it.
Is it the awareness and information about it that would take somebody who was who would have been arrested and handcuffed, and you're selling yourself for money. You're selling sex for money.
Right.
And you're letting people do this to you to make money.
Right.
And now now we're understanding that you are being forced into this lifestyle.
Excellent point.
Okay.
That's the point.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Right. We have our state representatives, again, that are really seeing this and changing the laws to support that. So our money, the money that you donate, we are distributing to other grassroots people that are building homes, that are implementing the education, the medical, the psychological help for the youth to restore their lives.
So these aren't just foreign people that are brought here against their will.
No, I am very sorry to say that it's our local children. It's our children.
Mm-hmm. Kids from across America that are
Yes, yes. It's children that are kidnapped daily. Our runaways, our abused children. You know, people think, well, you know, this is a nice family, that would never happen here. That's not true. And we need to be aware of that. We can't turn a blind eye to this. And you know, it's okay and it's important to teach our children, don't talk to strangers, but they need more information. And a lot of I've talked to some schools, they're concerned that it's too graphic, it's too fear, you know, it'll bring fear. Mm-hmm. But there are programs that are out there that will teach the children, teach the young adults about this without being too graphic or promoting fear, where they can handle it, understand what, to a certain extent, what they can do to really not go with strangers. What would that mean? And the different approaches, and give our children strategy and understanding to stand against this and not be deceived by it.
What's your organization's goal?
I would like to see a safe house built here in the Verde Valley. They are at it's a premium. The houses. We have our law enforcement that are doing an excellent job of finding these precious people and rescuing them and just pounding on doors looking, what do we do with them? Mm-hmm. And so we need homes.
What do we do with them?
Oh my gosh. Sometimes if there's no beds available, they may be turned out. Or some end up at Streetlight USA. Again, here are Susan Stacy, founder of Fountain of Hope, and different homes that are established for this very issue.
So residency is something we need.
We need it desperately.
So that when we find these folks, rescue them from this, that they've got a place to at least lay their head down while life is organized around them.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. A literal safe home where they can build trust again and recover. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. We're talking with Walking Free. I'm Paul David. WalkingFreeSedona.com or info@WalkingFreeSedona.com. Phone number is 203-4900. Countywide, we're going to take a couple-minute break and we'll be right back.
Things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who take action are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making Home Affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
sweet budget, so don't accept defeat. Now you can get covered and still buy me treats.
You take care of your pets. Now it's their turn to take care of you. Visit getcoveredamerica.org to learn about your health insurance options.
Welcome back to Countywide. We've got just a couple minutes left in the program. I got to get your information in front of me again, Linda. WalkingFreeSedona.com. WalkingFreeSedona.com. You can go www.walkingfreesedona.com or info@walkingfreesedona.com. The phone number is 203-4900. Sedona gave you a proclamation.
Yes.
April 11th is Walking Free Day?
Walking Free Day.
Walking Free Day, okay.
Mayor Sandy Moriarty is in great support. The whole council is, and the city of Sedona is in support of this. And she will be honorary guest there at the rally, along with Susan Stacy, John Soderberg, our world-renowned sculpture artist and humanitarian. He'll be speaking to the culture, the international cultural slavery.
Gotcha.
Officer Chad Schilling will be there. Chandra Jefferson will be singing a few songs there. And question and answer time, a lot of educational materials, a hotline number, which I have.
Okay, real quick though, the rally is on Friday, April 10th.
Correct.
7 to 9 p.m. And where's that going to be at?
That will be at the Solid Rock Church.
2301 West Highway 89A in West Sedona.
Correct.
Okay, 2301 West Highway 89A, West Sedona, coming up on Friday, April 10th. That's a week from this Friday already.
Yes.
7 to 9 p.m. again at the Solid Rock Church of Sedona in West Sedona. Okay, that's the talk.
Yes.
Okay, the Voice for Freedom. Then you have the following day, the Saturday, you have a 4-mile walk and fundraiser.
Yes. Invite everyone. Come and be a visible stand and voice for these people. We walk. You can walk as little or as much as you want. Bring your dogs. Bring your animals. Walk them. We'll put little green. We have T-shirts and human trafficking, and we walk the whole West Sedona.
Okay, so there's a specific route.
Yes,
around
there's
West
a route.
Sedona. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and that's going to be at 8:30 a.m.
Yes.
on Saturday, April 11th. Where's everyone meeting at?
At Solid Rock Church.
At Solid Rock Church.
In
Meet
West.
there at 8:30 in the morning.
Yes.
Okay. First 50 people to register receive free T-shirt and water. Now the funds you raise, you're asking for $25 donations during this.
That's right.
The funds raised, do you have something earmarked for those right now?
Yes, we are earmarking Fountain of Hope for now.
Fountain of Hope. What's Fountain of Hope?
Now that is Susan Stacy, who's the founder. She has a safe house in Phoenix for women and children.
Okay, so there are houses in the state for folks, but we would like to see one locally just in case we needed one.
Well, yes. You know? We have an orphanage here in northern Arizona, and when they turn 18, they're turned out. Where do they go? And these traffickers know that. That's a prime target for traffickers. They're vulnerable. And if they don't have the means, the family, they're vulnerable to this.
Linda, thank you so much for coming in and shedding some light on the subject for us for human trafficking. Number again, 203-4900, or go to walkingfreesedona.com. That's today's Countywide. I'm Paul David. We'll talk to you again next time.